Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tomlinson, and I wanted to come on here and just talk to you, just have girl chat and just share what's on my heart. I've actually been hesitant about coming on YouTube because it's something that I've wanted to do for so long, and obviously I've posted and created videos on covering a story. But why I'm doing this is because I want to push myself and step out of my comfort zone. And a part of that hesitation comes from just an apprehension about, a market that's so saturated. Like, there's so many people on YouTube. So I'm like, I'm not going to be saying anything that's new. But then this is something that I do on my talks or some speaking engagements, marketing, and just share digital tips. So I always tell, my listeners you are what makes your product or your service unique and special. You are the secret sauce, because when you add the way you think, the way you see things, that's what makes it different. So I want to come on here and share some tips on starting a business, and also just to share some encouragement with you to just start. Whatever it is that you feel like you were called to do, whatever you feel like, what kind of solutions you add to this world, whether it's your family, business place, marketplace, career-wise, whatever it is that this is the time right now that we are to start. The world needs your light. The world needs the way you think, your intricate way of thinking, your intricate way of doing things, that flavor, that joy, that uniqueness that you bring. I always remember this idea, or this saying that I saw, that there's so many breads in the aisle at the supermarket. There's so many brands out there. But there's a reason why you pick the brands that you like for the deodorants, bread, milk. There's something that makes it unique to you. So there's I'm Haitian, so my mom always says, every pot has a lid. So every person has someone you're going to be speaking with. So even if it's one or two people that I can encourage, that's important. So what I'm doing is I'm just starting somewhere with speaking to you, and I want to do the same. I also have an e-commerce shop where I mostly sell handmade jewelry, custom jewelry. I just added a luxury line where it's diamonds and gold. And I also have a media consulting business that I lead: digital marketing, brand strategy, video production, email marketing. Number one, I would start, where we started was with a sales tax. So we registered our business with our local taxation.gov. If you do run any Google search, you will find a taxation.gov, and you register your business. Then they send you a little certificate with your EIN. Then the second step is, if you're going to be selling a product, you have to collect sales. After you register your business, you are going to need a sales tax. And this is very important. I stay on top of my sales taxes. And this is separate from what you file during tax season. But this is sales tax where you collect sales. And then so we file it in the New York, New Jersey area on a quarterly basis. So I use PayPal, Square, and Wix, so I can pull and run analytics and data on all of those, the back end for all of my sales transactions. But also you can use QuickBooks to stay on top of that. 3, build a website. So these are not in any particular order. So build a website. I use Wix. I once used squarespace.com. I felt like it was a little pricey. It was up to like $35 a month. And I was like, since I've had my business for the past 5-6 years, I've been working full-time, and then sometimes it'll be full-time, part-time, so off and on. So there are times where I was not selling products, so then I was just paying $30. And then for Gmail, G Suite, so all of the administrative fees started to pile up. But Wix is a good place to start. Shopify is pretty good as well. So just getting a website, that's really important for your business as well. So then communications, you'll have your MailChimp, Constant Contact, so your social media websites, that's important as well. I use MailChimp for selling, sending coupons to my customers, also letting them know what's going on in the shop, so new projects, where I'll be. I do a lot of pop-up markets as well. And so you could just really running a Google search for pop-up markets as well. That's a really good way to interact and engage, especially when you're starting off. I know that sometimes after a while they can get really exhausting, like setting up and packing up. Number 5, a P.O. box. A P.O. box is really important because you don't want to share your personal address with strangers or some of the customers. So having a P.O. box, and then it just kind of really scales everything, and it's in a universal location, so you can pick up your mail and other kind of correspondence, any kind of returns that you get. A business account. Business account is really important because you want, when tax time comes, not the sales taxes, but tax time when it's time to file your yearly taxes, it's good so you can get everything, all of your in expense, so many things. So that's really important as well, to set up that business account where they can go there, whether it's your bank account and then PayPal and Square. So just really get everything streamlined for when tax season comes around, sales taxes. So sales taxes, let me just go right back to sales taxes. There was one time when I had my full-time job, and I was not just completely mainly focused on the business. They sent, the government came and dropped a business card in my mailbox and said, you missed 1 quarter for sales taxes. And I didn't have any business or profit at the time, since I was not actually selling for that quarter. And even though it said $0, I had to report that. So that's really important, to really stay organized and get that bank account. And number 7, finding a really good supplier. Let me tell you, this seems like this has been a really hard part for my business, finding good suppliers. And I remember sometimes reaching out on Instagram and just saying like, hey, I'm a new business. I would love to learn where can I find really good suppliers, really good places where I can create products or anything like that. And sometimes some people who have really large following base or followers, they just say, I'm sorry, we're in competition, I can't share that with you. So I'm going to go ahead and share some suppliers that have really worked well for me. Like I said, this might be a little naive of me, but I've noticed that it serves me well sharing this information, because it always comes back to me in some good way. And besides, can't nobody do it like you. You are particular, you are unique, and that secret sauce that you add to it makes you important. And I understand sometimes you don't want to share all of that, but that's just how I do it. So I worked with Beadaholic for some of my stamps, Beaducation, and some of my clothing and product lines. There's a store that I started off with early in my online shop. It's called usjewelryhouse.com. They helped me Wona Trading, and then now I'm on Fair, Fair, and that's for some of the sweaters and other mugs and different kind of products like that. And then I invested in a Cricut machine so that I can actually make really tailored and unique products eventually, as I continue to expand on my my home decor line. So this is what I have right now off the top of my head. I'm going to also do another series if you have any questions, or if you want me to speak on something else that I have done or worked on in the past, you can comment below. And this is just a video just to create a community for all of us, to encourage ourselves to just do it, just step out. All those apprehensions, am I going to sound like everyone else? Everyone's doing it already. I don't really have anything to say. Think about that solution that everyone comes to you. All the questions they're always asking you, they come to you about. Your auntie, your uncle, your cousins, your coworkers, everything that people are always asking you, whether it's food, putting yourself together, creating spaces, medical advice, wellness, fitness, design. It could be, I've come across so many videos on YouTube where it's just like, wow, that person has so many views and they're talking about just even getting your kids crafty, whatever it is. So there's a space for all of us, a space for us at the table. And as they say, if they don't invite you to the table, just make your own table, make your own. So that's what I'm doing here. And I hope that this is somewhat helpful. And so just comment below how you're doing some things to get you just starting and getting yourself out there and getting out of your comfort zone. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.